Also, you got Adesanya still at the top of the middleweight, and that's another one that's who's next for him. I'm not sure if it's set in stone yet for him or Sean Strickland. I think it is like they've talked about it, and it's most likely going to happen, like the main thing. But they also have Dricus du Plessis, who's ranked #1 right now after just finishing Robert Whitaker. So that's a new opponent in both Africa unite, for that fight. So, I mean, that's potentially the toughest matchup I think right now is Dricus du Plessis for Israel Adesanya for Izzy, but he wasn't ready to do the quick turnaround in the fight. I'm not sure if it's Abu Dhabi or where Israel wanted to fight, but Izzy, but it's going to be a little too soon for Dricus. He just fought, so now they might be moving on for Strickland to take a short notice fight in September, which I believe is September 9th. I'm not sure exactly, but either way, Sean Strickland against Izzy. I mean, yeah, it's an intriguing build-up and stuff like that, and it'll be a quick build-up if it's a short notice fight. So maybe that's kind of where Izzy wanted to go with it too, because Sean Strickland's going to talk. He's got no filter. He's going to talk a lot of crap, probably call him Chinese and everything else. You're my favorite Chinese fighter, all this stuff, But I think du Plessis is a tougher matchup for Izzy. I don't think Strickland, I don't think he'll be able to take down Izzy like that. He's not really shown that's his style. And as far as on the feet, I don't see him actually even hitting Izzy. Izzy's going to be able to use his range and his leg kicks and his ability to make reads and feints and everything else. It's a higher fight IQ than Strickland, I believe. Strickland is a beast. He's a dog, but he looked great in his last fight. But I still feel like, Izzy will win that fight if that does indeed happen. That's another thing. What's up for Izzy? I think he has to fight Dricus. If he beats Strickland, fight Dricus, and then just move up to, hopefully by then, either we'll see what's good as far as the light heavyweight division as well. Like if Pajea's champion, that's a no-brainer. Champ versus champ, the fight again, they could be at 205, so we'll see what happens with that. Paulo Costa's still ranked. Yeah, he's got his fight with Khamzat coming up. That's another one. Like, are they really going to show up? Are they not? Who knows? Hopefully, I don't know. And then we still have another, actually on the undercard of, let's see, where's this rankings at here again? Let me get to the rankings again, because on the undercard of Aljo, they don't have the women's in here together with the men's. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so on the other card, you're going to have Zhang Wei Li, and that's August 19th in Boston as well. We're going to have and that's for the women's strawweight strap. We're going to have Zhang Wei Li against Amanda Lemos. Let's see. That's going to be, or actually, hold on. Let me see where this is actually under something else here coming up. I was just looking at the rankings here because now you got Tatiana Suarez going to definitely be moving up in that division for sure. So I mean that's going to be something that we're going to have to do. Okay, let me try to bring this up real quick. Talk about this briefly because they're fighting soon anyway next weekend. So yeah, so this is we got Zhang Wei Li 23-3 against Amanda Lemos 13-2. This is a good matchup right here, striker versus striker on paper. But Zhang has really leveled up as far as training with Henry Cejudo and getting her wrestling down, ground and pound game. She always had the kind of jiu-jitsu like submission. She kind of came into the UFC, even before the UFC, as kind of almost like a Ronda Rousey, getting the takedown in the first round, armbar. She had a lot of armbar finishes in the first round. So she definitely has some jiu-jitsu chops to go along with some devastating, explosive speed and power, and just she's a little tornado in there. Lemos is more of a technical Muay Thai style fighter, a lot of power, tough as nails. But I feel like Zhang is going to overwhelm her in every aspect. She's going to be, especially now that she's leveled up her takedowns and wrestling game. I think she's just going to, I don't want to say destroy her or whatever. It'll be an interesting fight. And Lemos does have power Weili does throw herself into the fire and might get hit. If it's just stand up, I could see that. I mean, they're both 5'4", about this, 2-inch reach advantage for Amanda Lemos. So, I mean, that's definitely the cardio. I would have to say Weili. She's been in 5-round wars now. She's been in title fights. She's had a lot of experience against top notch. Lemos is definitely the biggest test of her career, but we'll have to wait and see on this one. So that's why I think, Weili is definitely going to probably run away with that fight. I don't see too much threat that Lemos is posing on that one. But that is crazy. So let me go back to events, because we also have another champ coming on, and that's is that this fight? No, that ain't Zombie. Grasso Shevchenko rematch. So that's okay. That was the one Shavkat was supposed to be on. That's right. This is a fight night, and this is for the women's flyweight strap. So I mean, this is definitely going to be must-watch TV. The rematch of Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. Like, basically, Shevchenko was champ and looking like invincible, only really losing to Nunez twice. One was iffy, and she really was pretty much just destroying everybody, right? Like, making it look easy in any way she wanted to. And in comes Alexa Grasso, the lovely, talented Alexa Grasso, who comes in with a mix of boxing, jiu-jitsu, scrambling style, and nice counter wrestling, but really just a good footwork, good lot of power, and just a high fight IQ as well. The way she was able to finish Valentina, look for that opening, actually trained for it to take her back and got her neck immediately and tapped her. So, I mean, that fight is so intriguing because, this will solidify what Alexa Grasso did, that night. Shevchenko has been kind of just like, I made a mistake. I was winning the fight and then made one mistake. I feel like Shevchenko it was a game plan thing, and Grasso turned Shevchenko into a wrestler in that fight. Shevchenko's known for her striking. She's the Muay Thai, multiple times, 6, 7 time Muay Thai champ, whatever, 18, whatever it is, crazy number, right? Just destroyer on the feet, impeccable timing, just great precision, real sharp, accurate, all that, right? Just has the UFC resume also to knockouts, crazy knockouts, So, I mean, it's like, but Alexa Grasso comes in with her boxing style, really good head movement, quick, and really good basics, and just a good understanding of, and a very high fight IQ. And she's hungry, and now she has the belt. They're both 5'5", 1-inch reach advantage for Shevchenko, 1/2 inch on the legs. I mean, this fight is just, who knows what's going to happen in this fight. I mean, I'm favoring Alexa Grasso in this fight. This fight's still like next month, this next month. We still got some time for this, about a month away. But I'm favoring Alexa Grasso for this fight as well. I'll just touch on this briefly because I'll probably make another video on this one later when the card comes closer. Because Gastelum was supposed to fight Shavkat in this card on the undercard of the co-main, and Gastelum got injured, had to pull out. So now they're looking for an opponent possibly for Shavkat, which I think I heard Kevin Holland throw his name in that hat, which that'd be interesting. Why not? That's another guy who's like a Nate Diaz, or, like, he's a fan favorite, not on the same level as a Nate Diaz, but I'm saying as far as that, even if he loses, he doesn't really lose much because he's willing to fight anybody at any time and almost pretty much at any weight. So, I mean, that's what's interesting about Holland, and he has a mouthpiece. He could talk. They don't call him Big Mouth for nothing. Motor mouth, big mouth, whatever mouth. He's good. I like him. Definitely a fan favorite. He had a huge reception in Utah as well. But back to this fight, I mean, right now I'm favoring Grasso to repeat because just the mindset of Shevchenko. She's going to train her butt off. Has a championship mentality. But she's thinking that it was just the one mistake that led her to that. And I think she might just come out and try to wrestle even more. I think that might open up Grasso to prepare for that a little bit better, because she was not prepared for Shevchenko to be wrestling her for 5 rounds or 4 rounds, whatever. So, I mean, this way now I think even in the loss, I think Grasso has a lot more to improve on in this next fight. I mean, in the win, then Shevchenko didn't lose because of her mindset and what she's thinking. There was just one boneheaded mistake she made, kind of like the Weidman against Rockhold type mistake. Or if I didn't do that and this, yeah, but and there's still much of the fight went after that. Well, I mean, well, not much of it. It was over pretty quick. So as Grasso got her back, tapped her out, but it was one mistake. It was still a snowball effect. You still had opportunities to defend other positions before that. So I think Grasso was just definitely trained for that specifically. And now she's going to train more on her takedown defense. It's not like Shevchenko, some world-class wrestler. She's a judo, and she has great judo throws and stuff like that. But that's something Grasso could prepare for better. And the boxing-wise, definitely boxing range Grasso, and mixing up kicks and boxing and hands was Grasso. She did everything better. She MMA'd better. She transitioned everywhere better. Shevchenko, one of those too stiff there, waiting. She's a good counter fighter, but and just she had the takedown. She had maybe a strength advantage, and their timing with her kickboxing, she could also use that to transition or use it as a tool with her takedowns and, like I said, her strength and stuff like that, being able to hold her down a lot, but it also wore herself out, I believe. And I think that's why she made that mistake, where it was a desperation, wasn't really a good spot for a spinning kick, or spinning attack, like when they're up against a cage, or I think it was a bit more, the timing of it wasn't right, the positioning. So it definitely was a mistake she made, but early pick, I'm still going with Grasso to keep her title.